Cool FM presents Pop Culture. Hosted by Andres Clemente. Get ready to dive into entertainment news and amazing music. Ready, set, go.
Welcome to Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host. And it is Wednesday, and you know what that means? That is theater in the new normal. Very popular segment, heard by thousands, millions, etc. I hope. Anyways, today we have a great guest. Because he is pretty much what I would categorize as a true celebrity in Panama. He has created real, life-changing art. And he really has been working a long time to get here. So I do consider he's the true celebrity in Panama, and I'm glad to have him. His name is Diego de Obaldia. You might have heard of him. He's the little creator of a little show called 1903. So he's going to come on this show. We're going to talk a little bit about what he's been up to and what is his opinion on theater past this pandemic. It's going to be a good conversation.
I love pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host. And let me introduce to you guys the creator, actor, producer, writer, musician. He is right now in a bunker, closed down, writing the next musical masterpiece, Diego de Obaldia. Diego, are you there?
Hey, I'm here, bro. You forgot to mention dishwasher, too.
Of course.
We made everything happen during 1903.
There you go, man.
How are you, bro?
You put on all the hats. All the hats.
Yeah, we had to. But the result was pleasing enough.
I would say pleasing is underwhelming. It was honestly an experience in theater. I can tell you that as an audience member. My friend, let's start here.
Yep.
How's quarantine life? How are you doing?
Actually, I'm living a very normal part of my life because since 1903, I got used to staying at home, writing all day long, creating, and it's like something that I feel like God prepared me to do this for 2 whole years.
Nice.
So right now I am sitting, of course, looking at every day at the blank papers and creating new things, but I really miss going out. I was a really social person, so I felt this all these prohibitions a really low blow. But I'm also working on Yo Me Llamo, a reality show, a contest, a singing contest where Panamanian artists try to imitate famous singers, and it's, every Tuesday I'm having the normal fun, the prior normal fun, the old times in TV, and so the show is pretty good. It keeps me distracted, and it also keeps Panamanian audience distracted. The ratings are really way up, so I hope that you enjoy it. Yeah, of course. People are home, so
yeah.
There's no choice.
Give yourself some props. You are the host. Hey, you're bringing ratings up. Give yourself some nice.
I'm sure I have nothing to do.
Friend, yeah. I was gonna say
yeah, you go.
Let's go. I want to talk to you about Yo Me Llamo because it fascinates me, the whole hosting thing. But let's go back a little bit. I want to take a time machine real quick. And in March, when quarantine was announced, did you predict that we would go this long in this way, or
no? Not at all. I was making bets for May. I was making I was gambling I'm gonna celebrate my birthday on Santana in a normal day on May 10th. That would be the day we'll all be on the street. Now I can't even bet for May 10th, 2021. I don't know anything. And as a phrase, as a quote from 1903, el peor miedo no es a la muerte, sino a la incertidumbre. I think uncertainty is our worst enemy right now. I don't want to make this political, but every single aspect of the pandemic is uncertain. The WHO, la OMS in general, is also very guabinoso, and it's being really hard to not being able to see a light at the end of the tunnel. So we
agree.
just have to be patient and have faith. Paciencia y fe, as Lin-Manuel Miranda would say.
I agree. When this started, I even kept going to the office. Like, I'm going to go half a day. So when we come back in a month or two, we will be ready. So I kept going. And right now I'm with you. I'm hoping I can have a soon Christmas with my family. Like, it's going to be.
Oh, well, I don't want to be like pessimistic, but I'm getting prepared for like spending my first Christmas alone in 30 years. But I hope I'm wrong. In any case, I'm gambling for the worst. I'm like betting for the worst so I can be contradicted for good, or at least I can win a bet.
Do you have
a really sad bet?
Do you have at least a pet? Like a mouse or a snake?
Nope, no, not at all. Well, yeah, I got this Roomba. I got this
there you go.
this robot duster and mop and stuff like that. I hate her. I called her Esperancita, like the trendy TikTok.
You're having
you're having
a whole castaway.
I'm getting crazy.
You're having a whole castaway thing.
I am Totally. We had a relationship, but now we don't talk to each other anymore.
You're in the middle of a disagreement. It happens.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a disagreement. Yeah, I'm about to change it.
So, question: when this started, I started talking to creative people, and they were all like setting plans and setting objectives and learning new trades, and I felt a little jealous because I saw a blank page and I couldn't concentrate or focus in writing anything. Were you the ones were you setting objectives? Did you like plan ahead, like set up stuff so you can actually produce during these times?
Well, as I said before, I think I was kind of ready for this because I got used to like doing every of these things we have to do. We're now like we have to do in quarantine because there's no other option. If we want to grow, and in this like totally damaged economic environment, we have to start growing in other aspects of our lives. Like people are studying. I mean, I think Harvard has like free online courses on their webpage, and there are lots of apps to like learn piano and stuff. But to answer you better, there's nothing I can produce right now because I don't want to make like some kind of show or some kind of a project with masks, with people with masks on their faces. So I am writing a lot. I'm writing a lot of projects. So when we end this pandemic in 2030, we can like start producing these shows. And I'm trying to make them, how do you say it? Timeless.
Oh, yeah.
So I can I'm trying to make them timeless. So it doesn't matter if we record them this year or next year or if we produce them like in 2023. But yeah, I found this special connection with stories and in a stronger way than before because I'm getting lost in them. I'm getting really lost in them. And when I write, sometimes with estupefacientes, obviously legal ones, I kind of get like submerged in my stories, and it's a really cool getaway for what's happening right now. And I would really recommend anyone that start writing, start creating, start taking those ideas that rest on your head and deprive you from sleep every night and bring them on a paper. Use this time for that.
Do you write?
But it's also hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you write multiple projects at the same time, or you do one at a time?
Sadly, in this era, I had to start with that. Well, I was writing Quien Te Ve as my comedy TV show.
Yeah.
Telemetro los sábados a las 8 de la noche.
There you go.
And while I was writing 1903, and also like little sketches for my social media. But I really don't feel that as work because they just come so easy, you know, like making Quien Te Ve is something so... I mean, I've been working for 10 years without feeling I'm working. I mean, 1903 was definitely a really difficult, almost impossible job but it still didn't feel like working. But I had to be very disciplined. For Quien Te Ve, it's like I don't know. So I was writing 1903 totally focused, and I didn't lose my focus on Quien Te Ve. But right now, I'm writing several projects that really require all my mental strength, and I'm writing them at the same time, and they are like 7. So
do you have it
I had
days?
to multitask.
Do you have it organized like on Sundays I write this, on Tuesdays I write for this?
No, not at all. I'm still working with that volatile muse.
Okay.
That I think it's really dangerous. I think discipline is the only way to get things done. And but no, I hope I have like a schedule. I've tried. I love organizing schedules and then breaking them the next day.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I try to at least writing 1 hour a day. Before, during 1903, I wrote like 8 hours a day. I mean, I worked on the project like 8 hours a day. But I have to be very honest, and I told this publicly. This is taking a toll, a mental toll on all of us, and the inspiration is harder to maintain.
Have you
not being
yeah
yeah no you go.
I was gonna ask, have you written anything that is maybe more dramatic because of your state of mind with these projects?
Not at all.
No,
not at all.
Okay.
I thought it would happen. I thought I would Hemingway this thing. Like expressing dark thoughts on paper. But no, not at all. I don't tend to write that much when I'm angry about what I'm angry or sad about. I just I try to be happy when I write. I don't know if that writing when you're in a dark state is around, but it really helps. Even if I'm not happy when I start writing, I finish my at least 2 or 3 pages a day in a happier state. I mean, it's really helping a lot. I mean, I don't want to say this is easy.
Yeah.
This is not an easy process. What we're living, I think this is like somewhat the first World War we lived in. I mean, we never thought about a pandemic. We were scared of World War III at the beginning of this year. We never thought a pandemic would be like the incoming new character.
It's funny.
So right now,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's funny that
No, you go.
It's funny that comparison you mentioned about World War, because people ask me like, is this our like big event of our generation? And it obviously is, because we don't we like as you mentioned at the beginning, the uncertainty. We don't know if this can go for a year. We don't know if this can go for 2 years. We have no idea how big this can be or how small it can be as of yet.
Let me ask you a question. Do you remember the last time you went out in a normal day before the pandemic?
That's a great question. I'm trying to think.
Because I do. Because I do. I remember it clearly. No, yeah, because there's something in neuromarketing that's like another branch I try to study. And there's this thing called the somatic markers, like events that really got in our minds. Like, for example, where were you when you found out about 9/11? I bet you remember it clearly.
I remember clearly, yes.
Are you there, Andre? Yeah, of course, and me too, and everyone who got affected by this, like a somatic marker, is planted in our minds, because we can't forget that this is gonna be something that will live with us forever. Not the virus, I hope, but the moment, the stage, this part of our lives. It really was like a game changer for the world in general, but for every one of us too. We will never be the same. And we should use that change for good.
I completely agree, man. Hey, let me take a quick break and we'll be right back with more Diego and theater in the new normal.
I need pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host, and you are listening to Theater in the New Normal. And my guest, he's right now having a staring contest with his Roomba, Diego de Obaldia. Diego, are you there, my friend?
I'm here, my friend. I'm here. Hating Esperancita more than ever.
Oh, man.
I'm doing fine, bro. I'm doing fine in the new normality.
That's
the new normal.
That's what we call it. By the way, I hate that I'm using that term because at this point I hate it. I hate the term new normal. It's like it's gone beneath my skin. It really has.
Yeah. Definitely.
Let's look a little bit into your past projects, my friend. I had Aaron Sevede on the show a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about all the plans you guys had for these months for 1903. Obviously, those went to hell. We
would actually be presenting a special show for like school kids of escuelas de escasos recursos, and that's the biggest heartbreak I've ever had. I was really happy because schools from far away would come to see the show for free, and around 6,000 children and young people would come to see the show for free. It's not even the Canal de Panamá thing, the Verano del Canal. No, it's like a special show of 1903 for escuelas de escasos recursos, and it really broke my heart when we had to cancel it because of the pandemic and thing. So yeah, that and the Verano del Canal show we were gonna present like for around at least 10,000 Panamanians. For free, like it was like my dream come true. People would be able to see this live, totally free, and well, that went to hell too. So we are expecting some good news for November, but we're ready for the worst too. That's my year.
There you go. But I was going to ask you because of this. Are you guys thinking or have been brainstorming of ways to bring 1903 content to the Panamanian people in a way?
Of course.
Or you rather wait to see if November happens?
No, well, we're ready for both. We're ready for November to happen, and we're ready for November to not happen. Okay. We've been preparing for this like since this started. Like 1903 is like our baby, so we really got prepared for this, and we have both options available, and probably both could happen, like 1903 happening and the other thing we're preparing happening too. I really wish both could happen because we really got interrupted. We had a movement going.
You did.
And it's really tough. It's really tough to keep it without theater and without the theater live going on. And the blow theater is receiving right now, I think they've officially closed 1 or 2 theaters, and that's devastating for Panamanian culture.
Really? Which ones? Which ones were announced?
I don't think I should say it.
Okay.
But really, at theaters I've worked in, and it really hurt. Things are going really bad. And let me tell you something. Theater, I think, is on the 6th block. The last one, one that goes with carnavales.
No, I think it's in 5th.
Or they lowered it.
I think it's in 5th. Right
well, now. It's in 5th.
Yeah.
But there are some theaters that could work with only 50% of people assisting. They're ready for that, and we don't see a light in the horizon. And let me tell you, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble with this, but yeah. The owners of the locals are like saying you have to go. I'm gonna help you a little bit for some time, but I think in a month we're gonna be in a really, really worse scenario than now. Like taking into consideration that actors and theater producers and people that dedicated their life to theater are not doing anything compared to what they were doing before, I mean, kudos for the actors that are like staging like plays on Zoom and stuff like that, but it's not the same. Theater is about seeing people live. Theater is about being in front, without a glass in the middle, being in front of people, feeling, creating, performing in real time, and that's something I really miss. And it's something that can't be replaced.
I was telling
You can replace the movie theater with Netflix. You can't replace the theater.
Well, I have an issue there because I still love the movie experience too much. I don't find the same. But regarding theaters, I do.
Me too. I mean, yeah. But it's easier, you know. Like it's an easier replacement. I mean, the experience of going to movies, it's really cool. I mean, I love that. It's a whole experience. You get in the mood. Theater too. But when you use a screen where no screens existed before, that's something, bro.
I agree.
When you stop looking at the eye without any filter in the middle of the actor, you know, it's not the same. It's not the same, and it hurts so bad.
I was telling Aaron and other guests I've had on the show in the last couple of weeks that if at least the government gives options, I am sure theater owners would invest in those options so they can open. Like, let them try to make it safe enough to open at a smaller capacity or at a specific times, or even open theaters. Let's try to devise a way to do an open theaters with enough spacing so people can go. Like, if the Ministerio de Cultura or the government, in my opinion, if they give us the option to open in a way, I am sure everybody would jump at that chance. The darkness as you're talking is that there's no plan.
No, there's no plan at all. And culture, as usual, is the last thing on the state's agenda.
Agreed.
The last thing. And sometimes in times like this, it's where you need it the most. You need people hopes up. You need people getting inspired, dreaming, being happy. And theater created that. I mean, you took away our parties. You took away our carnavales, probably. Even for some time, you took away our booze.
Yeah, that was hard.
Do you want to kill us? So now you're taking away like emotions and stuff like that. And it's really important for the government to see the relevance of theater in the reconstruction of Panama's spirit. It's gonna be vital for the country.
Have you been involved?
And
have you been involved with the conversations with the Ministerio de Cultura? Have you been in part of that group that goes and have?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And I think I'm not. I'm not the proper person to be in those conversations.
Okay.
Because I'm still kinda immature, and I haven't created. No, yeah, but no, I feel like a little kid. I feel like a peladito todavía. But I think there are people, like wiser people than me in theater, and people with more experience, and people that have dedicated their whole lives to theater and that live only because of the theater. So I can't be sitting in a table, me having other like companies and stuff like that, like talking instead of someone that really depends on this. And I would do anything for theater, but I think that Edwin Cedeños, Aaron Cebedes, Abdiel Tapias, Agustín Clemans are like better prepared, and
that's really
you're just wiser than me.
That's really objective of you.
Yeah, no, of course. Those are like four of the directors I admire the most in Panama. So I think I feel represented by them as a theater person, but they do live just around the arts. I have other things in my life. Theater is my biggest passion, but I can't talk por alguien that lives,
depends
100% on theater. So I just hope those conversations don't terminar en saco roto, and people really do something, because actors had it rough enough in the non-pandemic era, And now I can't imagine what they are going through. I mean, all my Quinteveños, I'm like really writing to them every week, seeing what they're doing, trying to find ways to help them, but they are all paused. You know, they're living on savings and stuff like that. So I can't imagine actors that live day to day now with... And they had a lot of projects for this year. This year was going to be, like, amazing for projects.
Yeah.
The movie industry in Panama was, like, growing amazingly. A lot of plays. Now, you know, we had this problem where we wanted actors for 1903, and like, for example, I'm gonna say it publicly, Hugo Victor Rodriguez. We were like, bro, we have this mega role for you in the next play, and he was like, man, I am a year booked. I am a year ahead, totally booked.
That's amazing.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
A whole year in projects now canceled. Dude, that's devastating.
I agree.
And there's nothing we can do because we don't have a saying.
Have you been in conversations, for example, with Medcom regarding Quien TV and how can you guys restart in a way, or no?
No, Quien TV, we are making Quien TV happen via Zoom.
Okay.
And we're doing fine. The ratings are really good. The clients are getting back in the train. TV is gonna do fine. And for example, in Yo Me Llamo, I'm learning all the ways, the MINSA approved ways for social distancing in creating content for television, and that's cool. Quien TV is covered. I would like to. I have to introduce my actors back again, little by little, but we are doing it right now, and
nice.
We're gonna survive. TV is gonna survive. It's easier, you know, when you can film. I don't think that big budget things like movies can survive with social distancing and masks. But Quien TV is all about like actualidad. So if wearing a mask is the normal thing right now, we can do that in Quien TV. We can make fun of that. We can like laugh out of it. But making a theater production with a cast of 50 people and like a crew of almost 100, that's impossible right now. Totally impossible.
Yeah.
TV can do.
Yeah, I know there was a movie about to start filming. Literally, actors were flying into Panama the moment this happened, and the movie had to shut down completely, and it still hasn't started. Yeah.
Elnis, my co-worker Elnis, he was writing a movie called En Redes Sociales, and they were so close to start shooting when this happened.
Yeah, it's just a problem. It's a huge problem.
Yeah, you know, like if you go to the administration building, the stage of the Canal de Verano del Canal is still there.
Oh, really?
The stage is still... Yeah, you should go in Tuora. You should go around and see the stage that, you know, like it really hurts when you see that. You were like, dude, just 10 more days. We had like 10 more days till that. And
wow, that's amazing.
It all closed, yeah.
That is amazing.
Low blow, bro.
Low blow. Hey, Diego, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with more Diego Obaldia, because I want to talk to you about your host. As a host. You need to have a specific persona to do this job, and I'm really curious about it. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Sure thing, bro.
I love pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host, and we are talking theater in the new normal. And my guest today, Diego de Obaldia, he's just coming back from singing Philippe Bunovarila from the top of his lungs through his balcony. Diego, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here with a sorritone on my mouth to help my throat.
There you go. Good stuff. You gotta keep that throat clear, man, because it will come back. 1903 will come back in November, I am sure.
Yeah. Sure thing. We're all hoping for that.
Let's talk hosting, because this is an art form. This is amazing. I watch you on Yo Te Llamo, and the amount of energy...
Yo me llamo.
Yo me llamo. What I say?
Yo me llamo. I am cold.
Yeah. The amount of energy in Yo me llamo that you need, and the amount of positivity and positive vibes you have to express as a host, it is undoable for me. I can't be that happy for so long. How do you do it? What is the technique?
This is my first time, like hosting mega proyecto, the way we call in Panamanian stuff like the Cantando por un Sueño, you know, like the big projects, like the projects that require most of the budget. And well, when they gave me the chance to do this, I really wanted to try new things. You know, like for me, what I'm doing in Yo Me Llamo is a little bit like acting. I am not being 100% myself.
Okay.
I am being another version of myself, and it's fun, you know. Like I have to be like kind of fancier, kind of less, less me, less dumb, less funny. I try to like be a mix between what I am in real life and in my social media and Quien TV, and trying to add the happy, positive host thing. I am really happy when I go to Yo Me Llamo. My problem is when I leave, because I'm so pepped up, you know, like with all the like singing and stuff like that, and being with like Aaron, Ingrid, Lawantu, Alessio, Nicole, people that like really spark joy, as Marie Kondo would say, and then you can't go and drink a beer together when that finishes. Like, you have to go with all that energy, with all that happiness and all that positivity home through the empty streets at 11 p.m. That's the time when the show ends.
To your Roomba.
You have to drive home, to my Roomba, the robot, not the Roomba party, you know?
Exactly.
And it's really sad, because that's the only moment I drive at night and I see all this you know, like bars, pubs, and discos closed, places where I would like go right away after the show. You know, I drive around because one of my most favorite spots in town is Palo en Palo de Mango, in Albrook. It's so close to the Medcom Studios in Ancon, and I just go around and I see like empty, a place that was like so full of life, that all the happiness I'm bringing from the show, all the music and the dancing and the smiles and the laughter, it's just dead, you know. It's really sad.
It is sad.
It's really sad.
By the way, I want to interrupt you right now because a fan just wrote, my friend David Olmedo. He wants to congratulate you.
Okay, sure.
Because your work, you're working on the legacy of our culture. That's what. That's all.
Oh, damn! That's
some good wishes, man.
Big words.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, David. I think I know David from theater. If he's the same person, I've worked with him on Quien TV and on theater in general. Saludos para David. Thank you. Big words. Well, I have to like stand up to them. They are a big responsibility.
True story.
But yeah, so
you're meeting them, my friend.
So basically. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. I have to keep working a lot. But yeah, so that's what's going on for me. Yo Me Llamo, I really expect Tuesdays because, one, the show is amazing. We get new surprises every show. Yesterday, Michael Jackson went out, and he was amazingly good. I knew the guy from Rocky Horror. He was in the cast with me in Rocky Horror, and I didn't know he had so much going on with that portrayal of Michael Jackson. And he went out last night. He left the show last night, and it's really sad when you see all these amazing talents, leaving the show, and the next 3 shows are gonna be devastating. We still have La Lupe.
Do you have a favorite? Can you say?
I can't say it. My favorite was Karol G. But she left in the first. I'm kidding. They're amazing. They are all amazing. We still have Diomedes Diaz and Victor Manuel and La Lupe, Amanda Miguel, and El Rookie got saved last night. So yeah, we even have like a Panamanian plena singer with us. And anyone that leaves next Tuesday is gonna break my heart. So, and I don't have a bar to like go and drink and forget my sorrows. I have to come home with all that good or bad energy. And yeah,
by the way,
I have that going on for me right now, bro.
How hard is it to host with no live audience? Like, is it? Have you accustomed to it? Do you still wait? Are you still making a pause for the laugh? Like, where's the laugh? Okay, no laugh. We continue on.
I'm actually like dealing with something because that was gonna be my biggest challenge, being a host in front of a live audience for a mega show. But now we have the first barra digital in Panama. We have the barra virtual, and it's basically two big screens in Zoom, connected to Zoom,
Yeah.
where like family members of the contestants watch the show and they react, and you can see them like, well, not in silence, they're muted, but you can see their reactions, their emotions, they are cheering. So it's the closest thing we have to a live audience. And of course I have to stand up for a normal, like if they were there.
Yeah.
I have to make the same jokes and the same thing for keeping them entertained and happy,
I'm assuming you also
so
have
the
to
challenge is the same.
Yeah, you also have to be very aware of not giving you like your back to the camera because the screens are behind you, correct?
Yeah. No, they are actually
Okay.
they are actually just by my side, so I can like stay in a good position, in a comfortable position, and being aware of them and the cameras. It's really well made. I mean, I really have to give all the kudos to the team. Everyone is doing their best. Everyone is like making an amazing job, and taking into consideration the moment we're living, the production has really accomplished all the good standards and all the good quality, and the ratings and the comments are like really talking the truth of the show. The show is doing amazing, and
It's a
we
juggernaut.
still have 3 more.
It's a juggernaut.
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry.
It's a juggernaut. People are
it's
excited.
really fighting for Panamanian, because like there's no other mega show right now.
Yeah.
They went like the pioneers for the production of mega proyectos during the pandemic, and I think they just landed it, man, like so good. I'm really proud of my canal. My canal de Panama, my Telemetro, my Medcom, I'm really proud of all the team.
That's
I
called-
really can't
called
stop
loyalty.
clapping to them.
That's called loyalty. Your
Yeah,
canal.
sure thing.
Your canal.
No, but loyalty, like also from them, from Telemetro and Medcom to the consumer. They did not let the project go. They really struggled for it. They were like, man, this was going. Let's not stop it. Let's make this happen. Let's complete with all the MINSA requirements. Let's make this in a safe environment. And man, I think Panamanians really needed some distraction on Tuesday nights, and I think
agree.
we're doing it.
Man, you guys are doing.
I'm really happy for
you
that.
guys are doing a great job there. One last thing before you go, Diego, and I want to ask you something
Sure, bro.
in a different way, because I'm sure you've been asked this a million times in the past week. So I'm going to ask you first.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Okay,
you have seen
okay.
the Hamilton recording at this point.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Of course, I've seen it.
What did
I've
you
seen
think
it.
of the medium?
Well, of the what? I'm sorry.
Of the medium, of seeing it in that way, seeing it recorded with the close-ups.
Oh, sure. Of course. Of course. I've seen Hamilton live 3 times.
Nice.
And taking into consideration that Lin-Manuel and the original cast was in here, I have to say it. I loved it, but it's not the same. I mean, people are telling me like, "Hey, are you gonna like record 1903 for television?" And the answer is, it's a total no. And
sure.
after seeing Hamilton, I have to repeat it. I won't let the real emotion of being there, of reacting with a live audience and the live cast in front of you. It's never gonna be the same. Not even the power of Lin-Manuel Miranda and Leslie Odom Jr. and Renee Elise Goldberry. Not even that could like manage the Chicago live cast in front of your eyes in the last row of the last section of the theater. It's not the same, bro. I will still
I agree.
stand in my ground.
100%
I'm gonna
agree.
die on this hill.
I saw it.
I'm willing to die on this hill.
I saw it in Miami and saw the recording, and you are completely correct that we had a whole show with Ana Greta Solis about it, and the experience is not the same. It's really cool to watch it like that, and for people who can't afford to go to the theater to watch it, it is an alternative.
Sure.
But watching it live, specifically that show, it's something else. It is something else.
For example, Hamilton is about Alexander Hamilton. The show is about Alexander Hamilton. 1903 is about Panama. The main character in 1903 is Panama. Is a canal, and the country Panama that are the same. Panama is the canal, and when you see that, when we can't let that go to a digital environment. We need Panamanians and people who love Panama to be able to sit around 800 Panamanians and reacting at the same time, singing, dancing at the same time, and looking at live people doing the thing and living the dream and reacting and creating a story and history in front of your eyes. We can't let that be replaced, and we won't. At least I won't. And I'm the owner, so I can say no. And definitely,
you are
1903.
You're the last
at least the full play, and for the next 5 years at least, will not be televised.
Good job.
It needs to be live.
That's a good call.
But we will, and you can see some of the recordings on Instagram and on our YouTube channels, but you won't be able to see the full play, at least not in the National Theater. You have to see it there.
I completely agree. It is an experience, and it is, in my opinion, one of those things that it's in the zeitgeist. Like, when it happened, everybody from every socioeconomic level knew about this show and wanted to be a part of the show, and that's incredible achievement by you guys, and you specifically.
Yeah, the story of 1903, the musical, is very similar to the 1903 real history, like the Panamanian, like our Nacimiento.
Yeah.
People from all genders and social statuses and beliefs and races, and joining together with Panama in their heart to make this big thing and this big difficult. Some called it impossible. We made it happen. We got together. Panamanians got together.
Oh, did we lose him?
And then we made a big project happen.
You certainly did.
So it's kind of like the story of Panama and the Canal.
You certainly guys did, man. Diego, thank you so much for joining me, man. This was fun.
Thank you very much, bro.
I will remind everybody, and let me know, Diego, if I get anything wrong.
Thank you, bro.
You can let me know if I get anything wrong. You can catch Diego in Yo Me Llamo on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Telemetro.
Yep.
You can catch Quien Te Ve
8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m. You can catch Quien Te Ve on Saturdays on Telemetro as well at 8 p.m.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Saturdays in Telemetro.
There you go. And you can wait for 1903 in Teatro Nacional in November, because I believe it's going to happen. Yes. I really hope it does.
Sure thing. Perfect. Thank you very much, my friend.
Take care, my friend. Hi to the family. Hi to the Roomba.
It was so nice talking to you, bro.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
That was Diego de Obaldia talking about theater in the new normal. Thank you so much for Diego to joining us. Remember, you can follow him on Instagram. You can follow 1903 on Instagram, Quien Te Ve on Instagram. All of his projects are on that platform. You can follow me at Andres Clemente _. And tomorrow, as you know, I do not have a show because it is my time with my baby girl. I will stay with her so my wife can go to work. But I come back Friday hard, because I come back Friday with a new segment, brand new segment, and a brand new recurring guest. Simon Tejeda will join me. And we were going to be talking about Frozen. But we're not going to be talking about Frozen as a movie. We are going to analyze Frozen in categories through adult eyes. We're going to talk about stuff, for example, like, would we live in Arendelle? So we're going to analyze the government. We're going to analyze the climate and the weather, the architecture. We're going to talk about lyrics that don't make sense. We're going to talk about moments in the movie that physics go out the window, etc., etc. It's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. Join us tomorrow on Friday for kid movies through adult eyes with Simon Tejeda. It's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about Frozen. So if you want to watch it before the show, I recommend. Because we made all these categories. It should be really great. Remember, if you showed up late to this interview, we are now recording this. Yes, we are now recording this, and it will be on YouTube at the Grada Radio channel. So look for it there in the next couple of weeks. And also, on my RSS podcast feed, Yes, Pop Culture with Andres Clemente now has a podcast feed. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, whatever platform you guys use. You can check out past shows from Pop Culture with Andres Clemente right there. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a blast, and thank you so much for Diego again. Bye-bye. Take care.
Andres Clemente signing off. Tune in to Pop Culture from Monday to Friday at noon. We'll be back.